Have you ever felt like golf has this secret language you're not in on? With all its traditions and unspoken rules, it can feel kind of intimidating. But what if I told you there's a key that unlocks the whole game? A key that makes you feel like you belong on any course in the world. Okay, let's get into it.
The legendary golf coach Harvey Penick absolutely nailed it. This isn't about being stuffy or following a bunch of old, dusty rules. No, it's about a shared code that just makes the game better for everyone. It's really the secret to having a great day out there.
So for this explainer, we're going to break it down into 5 simple parts. Think of it as your guide to being a great guest on the golf course. We'll talk about what etiquette really is, then how to respect the course, the other players, the clock, and finally, what we call the spirit of the game.
So, let's kick things off with the big idea here. What in the world is etiquette, and why is it such a huge deal in golf?
I absolutely love this metaphor. For someone just starting out, a golf course can feel like a foreign country, right? Well, think of etiquette as your passport. It's this universal language, the game's moral code, that shows everyone you get it. You respect the game. Once you have it, you'll feel at home on any course, anywhere.
All right, next up is our first real duty as a golfer, taking care of the course itself. You gotta remember, it's a living, breathing environment that we all share. And honestly, it's more delicate than you might think. This is the golden rule, right here. If every single golfer just lived by this one simple idea, every course would be in perfect shape. It's all about the little things. Starting with maybe the most important practical skill you can learn.
So when your ball lands on the green, it leaves a little dent, a ball mark. It is absolutely your job to fix it, and it's so easy. The main thing, the only thing to remember is to push, not lift. Stick your tool in at the edge and gently push the grass toward the middle. Whatever you do, don't lift up from the bottom. Just push it all in toward the center, then give it a little tap with your putter to flatten it out. Done.
So why are we so hung up on this push, don't lift method? Well, look at this. When you lift up, you're literally tearing the roots of the grass. You've killed it. That spot can take weeks to heal. But when you push from the sides, you're just scooting healthy grass back into place. It heals up in a day. It's the difference between helping the course and actually hurting it.
It's the same idea when you're in a sand trap or bunker. The motto is, leave no trace. Always walk in and out from the lowest point, so you don't mess up the high walls. Then, after you hit your shot, find a rake. Smooth out your footprints, the mark from your club, everything. The goal is to make it look like you were never even there.
Okay, we've shown the course some love. Now let's talk about the people we're playing with. Golf is totally a social game for sure, but it's also a game that demands some serious concentration.
The number one rule here is pretty simple. When it's someone else's turn to hit, you become a statue. Stand still, be quiet, and make sure you're not in their peripheral vision. And when you're on the green, you have to be extra careful your shadow doesn't fall across the line of their putt. It's all about giving them a clean, quiet moment to focus.
And that respect, of course, extends to this little guy. Your calls, your texts, your dings and buzzes, they can all wait. Just put your phone on silent. If there's an emergency and you have to take a call, just step away from everyone so you don't break their concentration.
Okay, here is a pro-level tip for just being a good human on the course. When your buddy hits a truly awful shot, trust me, they already feel terrible. Don't give them swing tips. Don't say, oh, tough break. And please, whatever you do, don't say, hey, it's just a game. The best, most supportive thing you can possibly do is say nothing at all. Silence is your friend.
This brings us to a big one. A lot of golfers will tell you this is the most important part of etiquette. Pace of play. Basically, it's about keeping things moving. A round should take about 4.5 hours, and it's every group's job to make sure they're not holding up the people behind them.
You think a few extra seconds on your shot doesn't really matter? Oh, it matters. The math is pretty shocking. If every person in a group of 4 takes just 15 extra seconds on each hole, you add a full 18 minutes to your round. And that delay just snowballs, slowing down every single group for the rest of the day. I want you to burn this quote into your memory. This is the whole philosophy of pace of play in one sentence. Your goal isn't just to stay ahead of the group behind you. No, your goal is to keep up with the group in front of you. If there's a wide open hole in front of your group and another group waiting on the tee behind you,
You're the traffic jam. So the solution is something called Ready Golf. It's not about rushing, it's about being efficient. While other people are hitting, get your yardage and pick your club. When you walk from the cart to your ball, grab a couple of different clubs just in case. Take one practice swing or even none. And don't stand on the green writing down your score, walk to the next tee box and do it there. Little things like this make a massive difference.
All right, our last section. Let's talk about the thing that holds all of this together. Because beyond taking care of the course and being considerate of others, there's this core philosophy, this soul that makes golf completely unique.
And this is really the foundation of it all. Honor. I mean, think about it. In basically every other sport, you've got a referee or an umpire making the calls. But in golf, that job belongs to you. You are your own referee.
I mean, can you even picture that? A player calling a penalty on themselves? In the heat of the moment, when there are millions of dollars at stake and maybe nobody even saw it happen? It happens all the time in pro golf because it's just expected. That is the spirit of the game. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? This idea of personal integrity, of holding yourself to a higher standard even when nobody else is looking. That's the ultimate rule of golf. It's not just about how you act for a few hours on a patch of grass. It's about character. So you have to wonder, what if we all brought a little more of that spirit into our everyday lives?